Welcome to Girlies vs. TBR. I am Alyssa.
I'm Mari.
And today we have our November book chats. Yes. Yay! And the book that we picked for November, as announced on one of our YouTube videos and on Instagram, was Good Spirits by BK Borison. Yay, 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 yay. This is both of our second BK Borison books that we have read. This was so good. This is like one of my favorite books, I think.
In general?
Yeah. I really liked it.
Wow.
Yeah. I really, really liked it.
It was good.
It was so
really
good. Yeah. So yeah, we are going to chat about it. This is a reminder that our book chats are very in-depth discussions about the book, okay? So I would say either read the book first and then come watch our video, or if it's not something that you would personally read but you want to watch us chat about it, then go ahead and do that as well. But yeah, we're going to be talking very specific like plot points, the ending, quotes, characters, all that kind of stuff as well. So again, very spoilery in this video. So, Good Spirits, it says, fall in love with the ghost of Christmas past in this magical romance from BK Borison. So, he's the ghost of Christmas past. She's not exactly Scrooge. Ghost of Christmas past, Nolan Callahan, intends to spend this holiday haunting like every other. Get in, get out, return to his otherwise aimless existence as a ghost awaiting the afterlife. But when he's faced with Harriet York, the sweetest assignment he's ever had, he suddenly finds himself wishing for a future. Harriet York has no idea why she's being haunted. She's a good person, or at least she tries to be. A people pleaser to her core, she always does what's expected of her. But as she and Nolan begin to examine her past, they discover there are threads that bind them together and realize there might be more to moving on than expected. With the deadline of Christmas Eve fast approaching, will they find the key to their futures in each other's pasts, or will they stay firmly in the present, indulging in their unexpected, spirited connection?
Yeah.
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 This is such a unique idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. To have the main guy of the book, the love interest, be, first of all, a ghost, but also specifically the ghost of Christmas past. Wow.
It worked so well.
It really did. Because everything that goes along with that, also, like, I feel like she really wrote out, like, the implications of all that in the book as well. Like, she really thought about that.
The way it all just, like...
Yeah.
And, like, obviously with Christmas past, you get, like, a lot of nostalgia. And BK Borison is really good with nostalgia.
Yeah,
I don't know how she does it.
Yeah.
Like, to get a feeling onto a page is literally this book. Like, I was truly, like... I don't know what I was expecting, but it was better than that. Like, I just enjoyed it so much. And obviously, Christmas past, I think of A Christmas Carol. So I thought we were going to get, like, the two other spirits, but I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah.
Because
he was supposed to send her onto the other spirits, but he didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, it was all a plot to get them together.
Yeah.
But I honestly was like, I kind of like that they didn't have the other two. Yeah. Not even, like, remotely in the picture. Because, like, that makes it its own as well. Like, it's not just...
It deviates from the story.
Yes. Yeah. And that is what I liked a lot about this.
I really... Like, look how many things I tabbed.
I tried to control myself.
I didn't. Basically, I tabbed... I don't know if you can even see how many tabs I have. But I tapped anything that was, like, either funny, which this book is funny as hell. Yeah. Okay? It is. Or the, like, moments or quotes that maybe, like, they just, like, hit you right in the chest. And this had a lot of those for me. And where you read it and then you're like, oh. And you have to, like, read it again and you're like, damn, that was good. This is very also emotional. Obviously, he's a ghost. She's not. How are they going to figure that out? I loved how emotional it was. I loved the story. I loved that her character was, like, obsessed with Christmas. It didn't feel like too much of a holiday romance, to be honest.
I didn't really get too much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a little dabble.
Yeah. Like, she's super into Christmas. She likes to, like, celebrate and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not, like, a holiday romance. That's not what it felt like to me.
Yeah. I agree.
I would say it's good to read during the holiday, because there is some of that in there. But if you're like, oh, I don't know, I don't really like holiday romances, they're cheesy or whatever, like, no. This one is good. This one is very good.
Yeah, this is, like, one of my first holiday romances that I read, and it's not really, like, holiday-y.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's, like, the deadline, and he's Christmas past, and there's trees, and it happens in December. But, like, after that, like, I kind of forget a little bit. Yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah, they're like, going into the past, and that's it. Like, Christmas isn't emphasized that much. The only thing that I get is, like, we have to get you, like, resolved pretty much by Christmas Eve or whatever.
Yeah, to go on to the Christmas present. Yeah. Just for, like, a little overall synopsis, and then we can kind of talk about, like, the plot points that we did like a lot and stuff. Basically, Nolan has been a ghost of Christmas past now for, like, over 100 years, I would say. And he's gotten to the point where, like, he doesn't feel anything, he doesn't smell anything, he doesn't taste anything. He, again, like the back said, he has a very aimless existence. Like, this is all he does. He shows up for work, because it is work. They have a whole department. And he does his work, and he sees the worst of humanity, because he's haunting people that are not good. And then he moves on, and that's it. And then when he meets Harriet, and he starts taking her to her past memories, first of all, he's like, she doesn't seem bad. Okay, and then they go to her memories, and he's like, what did she even do? Okay,
they
to warrant this.
They keep on, like, going to each one, and they're like, okay, so what was it that she did? Yeah. And so things weren't adding up.
When they first meet, that's also one of my favorite parts. So when they first meet, he basically, in true ghost fashion, just shows up in her living room. And she's, like, sitting on the couch, like, drinking expired peppermint tea. And he's like, hi, I'm the ghost of Christmas past. And she's like, you're an intruder, get out of my house. And he's like, no, I'm a ghost. She does not believe him. She literally argues with him, and he's like, no one ever argues with me. Like, what is happening? Basically, she's like, well, come back tomorrow, because I don't believe you.
Do a magic trick or something.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not going to show you my magic.
Even though he, like, blatantly does do magic stuff.
Yeah, he does.
But she's like, no, you have to do it again so I can, like... verify it.
Like, prove it, yeah. She's so funny, dude. I can't. She's hilarious. That first meeting was so funny. She was just like, absolutely not.
I would have thrown something at him. Yeah. Like, several times. Yeah. She does throw something at him, but, like, I would have kept going. Because, like,
she thinks he's an intruder. She's like, take my money, whatever, take what you want. Like, he's like, I don't want anything. I'm just here to haunt you. What I also like, too, is, like, as their relationship develops, he does start to have he has feelings, so he's like, he can feel stuff now, like physical touch. He can, like, taste stuff sometimes. He can smell stuff sometimes. I really liked that aspect.
Yeah, him becoming more human.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, this so well done. So good.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, little by little. Yeah. And, yeah, I don't know what I would do in that situation. I was going to ask you. What would you do if your Christmas past came?
Oh.
It doesn't have to be a hot guy. Because you're married. But, like, imagine, like, your Christmas past.
I would be like, I don't think I did anything that bad to warrant that. I would not... I guess I would start, like, flipping through I'm like, what did I do? I don't know. I haven't stolen anything ever.
Yeah, kind of like what Harriet does.
I yell at people.
You do yell at people?
I do yell at people. Sorry. They deserve it for the most part.
But yeah, Harriet does do that, though. She, like, does flip through her mind, and she's like, what exactly did I do? Yeah. Because, like, obviously we see that, like, a lot of things are, like, thrown at her. Yeah. And, like, people around her are shitty, but, like, the only thing bad that she's done is, like, be a people pleaser. Yeah. Yeah. And then she's like, well, there is, like, something, like, I broke someone's heart. He's like, I don't think that could have been that bad. I kind of feel like when she does reveal, like, what that whole situation was, she knows it in the back of her mind, because she's already thinking about it, because she's like, maybe this is the bad thing that I did. Yeah. And I feel like it kind of, him showing up kind of solidifies
in her mind that, like, yeah, that was really, really bad, and she is a bad person. I think that's where she starts off, kind of.
She still wasn't a bad person.
Well, I know, but I think she thinks that was really bad.
But I was like, girl.
And so she's like, yeah, this proves it. I think that's where she's kind of started off.
He's just
and she's like, I must be a bad person then. Yeah.
Girl, nothing you did was bad.
I know. I know.
You just need to stand up for yourself.
Yes. But yeah, he starts haunting her. They start going back in his memory and her memories first. Like, it's not even that bad.
No.
She steals.
This is her being a child.
Yeah, she steals a little boat from a little display.
And, like, her parents being, like, absent. Well, her dad being absent. Her mom being just, like, intense.
Mean.
Yeah, and then her sister just being there.
Yeah. We get her just, like, chopping down a tree.
And it falling on her.
And then Nolan is still like,
okay, what else? What else are we? What else do we have?
And then Nolan takes her for another trip back through her memories. And where do we end up?
In his memories. I was shocked.
Me too.
Because when he goes, I know this place.
Yeah.
I was like,
uh-huh.
I sat up and I was like, oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Because as far as we know,
yeah,
that has never happened to him. He's a ghost.
Yeah.
His job is to help with them.
Yeah.
So, like, when I was like, oh my God, that's his memory, I was like, oh, something's up.
Yeah.
Something's up and this is not normal.
Yeah. And he was panicking.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. We were on a beach in his, like, hometown, and his dad was on the beach, too. And what broke my heart is that he was like, I don't remember anything about, like, he remembers vague impressions about his life before. So he doesn't remember his dad. He only remembers, like, vague impressions of his dad. And then he sees his dad in his memory on the beach. Poor baby.
Yeah, I was like, that's so sad.
Nolan.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was just crazy. I love how BK Borison, Nolan has so many aspects to him that just, like, go together so well, right? So we know that he was a sailor.
Yep.
He always smells like salt and, like, ocean air kind of thing. He's, like, so rugged looking. I feel like he dresses like a sailor would. Yeah. Mostly, like, in, like, comfortable, like, kind of utilitarian clothing. Also, the way that he looks, like, obviously on the cover. But the description of him, too. Like, of course it's so funny. Because when she, like, is describing him, she says something after. So she says, midnight blue eyes, which are always, like, referred to as, like, colors from, like, the ocean. Like, deep ocean or, like, rough seas and stuff like that. Thick eyelashes, a nose that's slightly crooked, like it's been broken a time or two, full lips that tug up slightly on one side, a thin white scar above his left eyebrow. If he's a ghost, he's a handsome one. Which I thought that part was so funny, because she's like, okay, well, if he is a ghost, though, but he is hot. So she's like, I don't know how to feel about this. But I feel like everything about him, like everything that BK Borison writes about him and, like, his character and how he looks and smells and acts is so... It's like, it fits him so well.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I like that she was like, oh no, yeah, he's hot.
Yeah.
He's a hot ghost. Yeah.
And she's like, am I really thinking a ghost is hot right now? Yeah.
I really like that, like, they flirted with each other. Yeah. Even though, like, they were strangers and he's a ghost. Yeah. And, like, they still flirted with each other.
Yeah.
I was like, that's actually really cute, because he would point it out and he'd be like, so you're flirting with me? Yeah. And she's like turning like pink, and then he's like, yeah, I love like fucking with her. I was like, that's so cute.
Yeah. Because you think adorable. First of all, like, you go in, you're like, oh, he's a ghost, he hasn't been like touched in over 100 years. Oh, he's a ghost of Christmas past, like, whatever.
This is like his job or whatever.
Yeah, you don't, like, any of the, like, little, like, quippy remarks and stuff like that, I was not expecting. And so anytime that happened, I was like, oh! Nolan, what did you just say?
Yeah, it was very, very cute.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, we're flirty.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, which I feel like also throughout the book, like, I guess we felt like that in the beginning because he was just a ghost of Christmas past in the beginning. And then as we see more and more, we see him more and more as a human. And, like, that does happen throughout the book. But also, like, then he was more real to me as a character, too.
Yeah.
Throughout the book. Yeah.
He was solidified.
And then,
So we end up, like, in his memory. And then after that, we go back and forth.
Yeah.
Between him and her, like, going to their past and, like, just seeing how, like, alone they are. They were, like, both alone.
Yeah.
So much. And then it's funny that they're like, what are we supposed to, like, pick out here?
Yeah. They're like, trying to figure out why this is happening.
Yeah. Why these memories? What is it about each one that we need to, like, point out? And every single one had a reason. And when we get to the end, we, like, if you think back on, like, what we were supposed to pick out, it's just like, BK. Yeah. How the hell?
Oh my god. There's that one paragraph. Yeah. I'm gonna quote that when we get to the end. I'm gonna say that because that was really, really good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was insane.
I was shook. I was like,
yeah, that took me out. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? The whole ending. I feel like that's what I was like. The whole ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highlight the whole like
the whole last 5 chapters.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, literally so good. I feel like this quote it's on page 49 really embodies the like how he was feeling of like not having any touch or emotion or anything like that for a century basically. So he says, I haven't touched... Oh, this is after... I think it's the first time they go back in her memories, and it's, like, pretty rough of, like, the traveling there. And she's, like, heaving, like, hands over, right? And he decides to, like, just rub her back, right? So it says, I haven't touched anyone in reassurance for decades. No one has touched me for even longer. I've had only sharp edges and curt words. I've forgotten what softness feels like.
And Harriet is the softness?
Yeah.
Honestly, every time something was said, I was like, this is a gut punch.
Yeah.
A gut punch in my heart.
Yeah. And like it's just like, yeah. And it's like, every time he says something like that, it just like, again, reminds you, he literally like has not touched anyone out of like nicety or like caring or them caring for him in so long that he's just like basically like one-dimensional. Like he's just there for that and that's it. And like what does he even have to live for then?
That's how I feel like Harriet feels like a little bit. Because she has these people but like they're not really in her life. Yeah. And so she's just like,
yeah, she's also just there,
like aimless,
because they're both just waiting
for each other.
Yeah, I think also, I just really love the juxtaposition against, like, he hasn't had any touch, and then when he does start touching her...
It's crazy.
Yes.
He's like, I can't stop.
It makes it even better, yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't sound like tingling.
It's fine. But... Nolan is here with us.
No, stop. Because if a man came into my room right now, I'd be scared.
Would you?
I would be scared. Girl,
what if he was going that?
No, I'd hit him.
When Nolan, like, finally starts getting his attraction to her and stuff, too. When he drops over, like, to her house, she's usually, like, in her pajamas, right? She has, like, very festive pajamas and stuff. She has, like, a little tank pajama top on. He says, one time he comes over, he says, I told you to change. And she said, I'm glad you told me to change. I would have been freezing in my pajamas. And then it says, I grunt in response, my hands shoved deep in the pockets of my jacket. I didn't tell her to change because I was worried she'd be cold. I told her to change because if I had to watch the tiny strap of her camisole drift over her shoulder one more time, I was going to put my fist through a wall. Pajamas. Those flimsy shorts with the slit on the side were not pajamas. She was wearing a garment constructed by the devil, designed specifically to bring men to their knees. I just love how unhinged and like he can't handle her strap falling down her shoulder.
Nope.
I love this man.
In connection to that, right?
Yeah.
He's like doing that. Like on page 114 when he's like he like has a dream for the first time.
Yeah.
Ever.
He does a dream.
And
he's a ghost.
It's a wet dream.
Yeah.
Harriet is the protagonist, okay? And he does mention the fucking pajamas again.
Yeah.
And literally, he says, her mouth hovers over mine. I want it so badly. Kiss, devour, take.
Yeah.
Harriet, Harriet, Harriet. And he goes, a dream. It was a dream. For the first time in over a century, I had a dream, and I dreamed of Harriet. Fuck, I muttered. So, again, 1, he wants Harriet.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
2, he's like obsessed. He's just obsessed with her, okay?
He is obsessed.
And 3, he dreamed.
Yeah.
He dreamed for the first time.
Yes.
And these are like the little things that is like making him like less of a ghost.
Yeah.
And I'm like, BK.
Yeah.
Please.
He's like slowly like thawing out. Slowly becoming human again.
I was just like, wow. Wow. To write a book like this is crazy.
It's insane.
I was like, damn, the little details.
I have like also this passage. So Harriet is like definitely a people pleaser, right? And he kind of sees that. And he also, like, there's a situation where she's like, you're on a deadline, you know, you have to, like, pass me off to the next ghost. And he's like, and then this paragraph kind of, like, shows exactly, like, her people-pleasing at the expense of herself kind of things, right? So he says, helpful Harriet. And she says, yes, I agree. There's something about the way he says it. Like, it's not something I should be proud of. Like, I should try harder to be something different when helpful is all I've wanted to be. Helpful, easy, accommodating. I've given all of myself to the people around me, broken myself down into minuscule pieces to try to be exactly what everyone else has needed. I've tried to shape myself to other people's expectations, but it's only ever left me broken in the end. And for what? The universe decided it's not enough anyway. I've been deemed a bad person, right up there with the men who catcall women on the street, apparently. I feel like that was a very good description of her and her character. I feel like this one was describing him very well as well. After they visit his past, she's like, I kind of think that maybe there's something holding you here, and I'm just like, help you to move on, right? And so he says, the idea of moving on after 100 years spent in one single place is comical at best, devastating at worst. There is nothing to move on to. There is just this, an aimless, driftless existence where I don't get to hold on to anything, where I lose all the things that once made me human slowly and painfully. Yeah. That hit me. I was like, man, this man is depressing.
Yeah, but we like sad boys.
I know.
We love it. We love a tortured soul.
Yeah, we do.
And they're both tortured.
Mm-hmm.
Tortured and to find each other.
I have so many things I want to talk about in this book. This part also that is like to what Harriet is going through. This one line hit me very hard. And she says, because not even the people who are supposed to love me can find a way to do it. Because I'm so fucking tired of trying only to come up short all the time.
Yeah, it's that sentiment of like never being good enough.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, please don't waste your time on these people.
Yeah. That hurt me.
With Harriet, I don't know. I was like, girl, you don't deserve this at all.
Yeah.
And like, she wasn't seeing it. She was like, well, I have to try. Like,
yeah.
All this stuff. Like, and she just needs to be herself. Be herself. Yeah. Stand up for herself. Mm-hmm. He, like, helped her. And in those moments of, like, him being like, no, girl. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not the villain here.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
My God.
I know.
I don't know. He just, like, helped her, like, slowly realize a bunch of shit.
Well, and she also, like, kind of did it with him first when she was like, no, come back tomorrow. I don't believe you're a ghost.
Yeah, get out of my house.
Yeah. And she, like, finally stood her ground a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a day where they're like, oh, well, we don't have to, like, go to the past just yet. Like, let's go do something. And she's like, well, let's go ice skating, right? So they go ice skating and whatever. And, like, again, we know he's had the dream. We know they like each other, right? But they're still kind of like, she's like, I'm his assignment. Like, also he's a ghost. Okay, like, obviously I can't act on anything, right? And, like, he's kind of holding back when they're together. Like, he hasn't said anything to her. And then this point, at this part on 1:30, when he says this, I was like, oh my God, did he just say that? out loud. And they had like a little bit of an argument when she was like, maybe I'm supposed to help you move on kind of thing, and he kind of reacted badly. And he is like, you know, I apologize or whatever, it won't happen again. She says, do you promise? He says, I do. And then she says, good, you're forgiven. And he's like, just like that. And she says, I'm not in the habit of holding grudges. He says, fair enough. And then she says, would you rather I make you work for it? A slow smile tugs at one corner of the mouth. I wouldn't mind working for it. And I said, he said, what now? She holds eye contact. We're wading into different territory now. The place where I was in that dream, with her hands on my hair and my face and her neck. And then I was like, they said that while holding eye contact. They're not supposed to do that.
He's feeling these feelings, right?
Yeah.
He's getting hot and bothered by Harriet and her candy cane top.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
And her Christmassy self and all that. That, you know, he got a dream. We know something's going on, right?
Yeah.
And I hyper fixated on the little small things that BK was doing.
Yeah.
From making him a ghost into a human.
Yeah.
So, in the same scene, taking the skates off and putting the boots on and all that stuff. And he goes, my boots are hot. I could feel them. And he basically is like rubbing his fingers together. And it says, they're red, irritated. And he's like, I'm fine. And I'm like, yeah. Your fingers are irritated and your boots are hot.
Yeah. Which I think it mentioned too that like ghosts can't get hurt. Ghosts can't get hurt. That's what I was trying to say. The fact that he, like, his fingers are cold and, like, irritated. Yeah. I was like, oh, wait a second. What's happening?
And he's feeling, like, temperature and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my God. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was just very excited because I'm like, if this means that they can be together.
Yeah.
Then I'm all for it.
She gives him a candy and like he can taste it for like a moment. Yeah, when he's finally like, you know, things are like changing and stuff like that. He does say, you're the first thing in 100 years to make me feel anything at all, Harriet York, and I don't think that's an accident.
And then he continues and he says, I think you're bringing me back to life, Harriet. I was like, dude. At this point, I was like, okay, what is going on? Okay, yeah. Because if he's Christmas past, right, and this was his job for, like, over a century. Yeah. And this has never happened before. Yeah. Right? What is going on? Because he does end up going back to Isabella, which is, like, the department head, right? Yeah. And she's like, well, we don't make mistakes or whatever. And he's like, clearly something is going on. Yeah. Okay. And so now he's starting to feel things and dream and all that. And I'm like, okay, clearly this is different. Yeah. Right? But I was unsure in what direction this was going in. Because if he was seeing his past and everything, I was trying to, like, piece it together in my mind, but I was like, I don't know where this can go, though. He's becoming human. Yeah. Right? But, like, I was like, is that against, like, the nature of ghosts? Like, I just wasn't sure. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, no. What is happening? And then I was like, well, what happens if he becomes human? I don't know. And then I was like, well, if he becomes human, is he going to live? Like, how long is his lifespan? That's what I was saying. Yeah. Whole different century. Yeah. So, like, how does that work? I don't know. I think one of my, like, favorite scenes in the book, it just had me, like, dying laughing. Okay. Is, like, the dressing room scene. So, he found out that she's supposed to go to her family's gala and that she needs, like, a gown for it. And he shows up one day and she's like, well, I have errands to run. And he's like, oh, I'll just go with you. And she's like, I don't know if you want to go with me. I'm trying on dresses. And he's like, okay, yeah, maybe I'll get to see her in some sexy dresses. So he decides to go, right? She's in, like, the dressing room the whole time. And he sees a dress that he's like, oh, this would look so good on her. And so he, like, convinces her to try it on. And she gets a little stuck in the dress. Okay. She gets a little stuck. She's like, oh, no, like, you have to get dissociate. You know, I don't know. He's like, just open the door, like, let me help you.
And they're, like, going back and forth. She's like, I'll figure it out. And then he says, she says, can you just go get the sales lady? And he says, sure. And she says, I can see her feet beneath the door, Nolan. Because he's just standing there. Like, he doesn't know what to do. And then she finally opens the door. Okay. And the strap is, like, twisted. It's caught in the zipper. And, like, so it's fully unzipped on the back. And he's, like, having a conniption because he can see her whole back. Mm-hmm. Okay. And he's like, oh, my God. And she's just like, help, please. And I think he's just standing there still. He's just staring at her back. And it says, Nolan, Harry snaps, fix the zipper. And he says, the zipper. I don't see a zipper. What are you? That is to say, my jaw pops and I snap my mouth shut. I need to collect myself, but I don't know where to start. I cannot locate the zipper. I grind out. Dying. He says, I underestimated the dress. I underestimated Harriet. And she says, you said you'd help. And he says, I'm trying to help. She says, by doing what? Exactly standing there, grunting occasionally. He says, I'm strategizing. And he said, I'm trying to figure out where to begin. And she says, begin with the zipper. And go from there.
Oh my God.
And he finally gets it. That killed me. He was so taken out by just seeing her back and, like, her in that dress. He literally could not function.
Literally, this is just him the whole book, though.
I know.
This is him the whole entire book.
The whole part where he's just like, what are you, that is to say. It killed me. I think that was my favorite, like, funny part of the entire book, honestly.
He's a simp.
I was dying. He's, like, so, like, cold and, like, put together, like, the rest of the time. And then, God forbid, he sees her back. He's reduced to a mess. Or just any
part of her.
Yeah.
And he's just like...
Yeah. He can't handle it.
Like, what? One of my favorite parts.
Yes, this is also a good one.
This one is, like, one of my favorite things because I felt like this was... Obviously, it's the moment.
Yeah.
But also... It was such a magical, nostalgic feeling. Like, I felt like when I was reading this, or I was listening to it, I felt like I was watching one of those, like, holiday movies, but, like, not cheesy whatsoever. Yeah. This is the moment where they finally kiss.
Yes.
And he, like, conjures up mistletoe, and he goes...
over the whole ceiling.
Yeah.
The entire ceiling of her antique shop that she owns. Mm-hmm. Mistletoe over the entire ceiling.
Yeah, and so then she goes, you used your magic, I whispered, delighted. He nods, his nose brushing against mine. I did. Why? Because I wanted an excuse. I barely dared to breathe. For what? For this, he says. And then he ducks his head and kisses me.
How many times is B.K. Borison going to take us out in this book? Yeah.
I just thought that was, like, so magical.
Yeah.
It's a great use of, like, getting that Christmas feel with the mistletoe.
Yes.
And then also him being slick and being like, this is just an excuse. Like, there's mistletoe, we have to kiss.
Yeah. I feel like...
But he wanted to anyways.
I feel like they were just, like, circling around each other so much that it was like he needed an excuse. He needed a fake excuse.
Yeah. He also uses his magic, which is, like, what Harriet wants to see all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, this scene was perfect.
Yeah.
It was a perfect way for them to kiss.
Yeah.
And I screamed.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Me too. Yeah.
It was so cute.
It was so good. It was so good. So good.
No, I loved it so much. It felt right. It was executed beautifully. And I was like, damn, great job, my man, because you have been pining.
Yeah.
You've been literally just malfunctioning in front of her.
Dreaming about her.
Great job.
Thinking about her. He don't even need to sleep. He's a ghost. He doesn't need to sleep. He only sleeps so he can dream. And what does he dream of? Her. Can you even?
I can't.
I can't either. One of the things about him being a ghost, unfortunately, is the whole way this thing works, right? Well, just in general, people don't really remember that they saw him.
Mhm.
They don't really pay attention to him that much.
Mm-mm.
He says, like, children and, like, animals will, like, notice when there's a ghost around. So he does mention, like, stray cats come to him all the time. She has, like, a little cat that she feeds, too. And he's, like, says that he mentions he got really good at taking care of, like, all the stray cats, which I was like, I love a cat daddy. And then one of the other aspects of this whole arrangement of him being the ghost of Christmas Past is when he passes her on to the next one on Christmas Eve, that she will not remember him anymore. And so now he tells her that, like, this far into the book, okay, they've already kissed. They're saying, like, is this a good idea? I don't know. He says, I can't stay. I can't give you a future. Even if I don't move on, you won't remember me. Not after Christmas Eve. And she's like, no, like, I won't forget you. I can't forget you. And he says, it's not up to you. It's part of our magic. Your memories will blur until they're gone completely. Will you remember me? She whispers. Yes, I confess. I'll remember everything. So many things about this book are just so, like, heartbreaking. Okay. Like, literally so many things. The fact that Harriet thinks that, like, no one can love her. She's fallen for a ghost, okay? Like, the fact that she's not supposed to remember him after Christmas Eve. The fact that he hasn't been able to feel anything for over 100 years. And then can finally get one hug from her. And, like, have feelings start to come back. How many times do you need to break my heart? Okay. Nolan is using his magic more and more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's taking him to his past, her past. We're going back and forth. It's going crazy. And there's a point where, like, his magic just, like, pulls him.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, they're in, like, a memory. His magic is like, okay, let's go. And he's like, Harriet, come to me. And she's like, no, like, let's stay a little longer. And he's like, no, come to me. And, like, his magic just flings them through.
Yeah.
Like, a whole bunch of different memories. His, hers, whatever. They're going through it, like, they're not even stopping. When they finally stop, like, Nolan does not. He's not well.
No.
Yeah. So she, like, takes care of him. She takes him back to her place and stuff. And kind of, like, puts him to bed. And he's, like, in and out of consciousness. It's, like, insane. His magic is just, like, going haywire. And then he, like, wakes up. And she's, like, rubbing his back. She says, I was rubbing your back and you were telling me how nice it felt. You said no one has touched you in 100 years. So now, like, he finally has, like, revealed that to Harriet as well. And he revealed some other things, too. Including about how much he likes her pajamas.
Look, this guy, he's really old.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if pajamas...
He's so old.
He's so old. Because if pajamas really get him.
Yeah.
I don't know how to save this
Yeah.
guy.
She's, like, putting him to bed. And he, like, basically just, like, gets rid of all his clothes. And then she's like, okay, you can't get rid of all my clothes. And so then he puts her in a pajama set that he, like, dreamt about. So, like, he picked it. Yeah, it was really funny.
So we finally get a spicy moment.
Yeah.
And he getting a BJ.
Yeah.
From her. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This man has never, you know, it's been a while since he's been touched. Okay, so I feel like this is like cataclysmic for him. Okay.
Yeah.
A moment for him. Okay.
She starts off just, like, touching him. And I was like, oh my god, like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And then it progresses, and I was like, oh my god!
Yes, I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. One of my favorite moments from this book is they did it, right?
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Just the BJ.
Yep.
Okay. And she's like, Nolan, open your eyes. And he's like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I feel too good right
Yeah. He's
I'm
down.
satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, wow, great. That was great.
Yeah.
And she's like, Nolan,
Yeah.
please open your eyes.
Yeah.
Snow is falling. Snow in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Snowing. It's
From
snowing.
the ceiling.
He climaxed and it started snowing.
Yep.
And she says, you made a snow globe. And Harriet says, delighted.
Yeah.
She is so happy
Uh-huh.
that it is freaking snowing in the room.
Mm-hmm.
From him literally climaxing.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, it was so funny. I started cackling.
Yeah.
Because, like, the narrator says that line like she is, like, just, like, so happy that it's, like, a snow globe type in there.
She is. She loves Christmas.
I know. But it's just so much. It's, like, so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that part so much.
Mm-hmm. I just love the little magical things thrown in here.
Yeah.
It makes the scene what it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's like we get that scene, but then it's like you get a reminder that like he's still a ghost that has magic, and it's just like it's so cute. We do have Nolan went to Isabella the first time and was like, hey, Harriet doesn't seem like a bad person. Like I think there's been a mistake. I don't know. And then she's like, no mistake. We don't make mistakes. And then more starts happening. All this has happened, and he goes to try to go back to Isabella, only gets the secretary. And he's like, hey, yeah, this is not good. I've been going to my past memories. I don't know what's happening. The secretary says that, like, there's a Reaper incident. Okay, a Reaper has come back and, like, no one can find them. So Isabella's off dealing with that. Isabella does just, like, show up, basically, in the Crow's Nest, which is the antique shop, to talk to Nolan. And he's like, oh, I thought you were dealing with the Reaper business. And she's like, I was dealing with the Reaper business. But Gideon has decided to get involved, and he's more than capable of handling the situation. All office heads are to resume business as usual. My back goes straight. Gideon? While Reapers are fearsome in general, Gideon is formidable. As the oldest Reaper in existence, some say he's death himself. Cold, malicious, calculated. If he's in the mortal world, the situation is more fraught than Isabella is letting on. He is in charge of the Grim Reapers, Isabella says. And while his sudden appearance after 300 years is unprecedented, it is no longer my issue. I'm pretty sure the next book's on Gideon.
Okay. I also felt that way.
Yeah. Because the next one is on a Reaper.
I was like,
for sure.
This setup.
Yeah.
I felt it. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. She said like the next one is on a Grim Reaper. And so I think, I'm pretty sure we get this little introduction.
Yeah, they would not do so much emphasis on a Grim Reaper.
Yeah. Like so why has he not been here for 300 years? That piqued my interest.
I was like, oh great. I need that book now.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. We get the second one to the heartstrings ones first, and now back to you, and then hopefully this one. Finally, so Harriet is like, okay, there's like one time that I broke someone's heart, and that maybe a bad person, whatever, and she's like, well, I did it intentionally, and he's kind of like, how did you do it intentionally? And she said, by choosing myself. So finally, we go to that memory that she's thinking of that makes her a horrible person. It is like dinner at her parents' house with an ex-boyfriend who is like totally wrong for her. She was a lawyer before.
Yeah.
And
which was like very unexpected. I was like, a lawyer?
No.
That does not work.
She more so gives like kindergarten teacher vibes.
Yes.
Yeah. So she goes to tell her parents like, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. Like, I'm going to choose me. Her mom flips her shit. And everybody just kind of like agrees. Literally no one stands up to her. Like,
not even her sister.
Not her sister, not her boyfriend, not her dad. No one stands up for Harriet. So they're at family dinner, and they're like, oh, you just need to sleep on it, and you'll change your mind, whatever. And then she's like, no, I wasn't done speaking. Like, I will not be changing my mind. This is my decision. Her mom, like, blows up, basically. And she says, I would like for you to leave. And Donna, her mom, picks up her fork and resumes eating dinner. You've picked your side. I would like for you to get out of my house. I didn't pick a side. I'm doing this for me because I don't care who or what you're doing it for. You've made your decision, and now I've made mine. Get out of my house. This is a family dinner.
I was like, she needs to go to hell.
Yeah. Yeah. Nolan, take her to hell.
Because this is ridiculous. Like, you're talking to your daughter.
Yeah. Well, she's basically saying, like, I'm disowning you right now. You're not part of the family now. This is a family dinner, and you don't belong here.
Yeah, and I thought Samantha was gonna, like, at least say something, have a little bit more fight.
Yeah.
Because they were so close in childhood.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, not even your, damn.
Yeah, not even her sister. And her dad just, like, pretends like nothing is happening.
No, he's just there, just doing nothing. I was so pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a memory, and then now she has to go to this gala?
Yeah. And now Nolan also knows what happened. So now Nolan has all the lore. He has all the background information that he needs to know for the gala.
She stands up for herself, which is crazy that she feels like that is what she did wrong.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane.
Yeah. And Nolan tells her, like, no.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, so this gala is about to, like, shit is about to go down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be so satisfying.
Yeah.
Because I know that she's going to stand up for herself, and I'm going to be so proud. They go back to the present. She's crying, you know, and he's, like, trying to comfort her and stuff. He's like, you go up first. I will meet you up there.
Yeah.
And he's in the antique shop, okay? This is, like, towards the back of the store.
They're in the storage closet.
He sees something.
Yeah.
This had me shook a little bit.
Yeah. Because the whole time, now they're like, am I sent here to help you move on? Like, let's look for clues. And she has an antique shop. She's like, maybe I have something that was yours.
He goes, ice settles in my gut. There on the top shelf of the tiny supply closet in the very back corner of Harriet's antique shop is a compass with a broken chain. A compass I've held in the palm of my hand, a compass that should be at the bottom of the Atlantic. Harriet was right. She does have something that belongs to me. Because that compass is mine. When I tell you, I closed my book.
Yeah.
Because I was listening, but I had my book open. I closed it. I paused the narration, and I was like, so this is the connection.
Yeah.
And I was like, there has to be something more, right?
Yeah.
But I was shook.
He hides that
shit. He hides it. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to pretend this doesn't exist.
Yeah. Because he's like, if I do anything with it, he's like, I don't even want to touch it. He knocks it off and then puts it under a box. And because he's thinking, like, if he figures out the connection and tells her or acknowledges it, then he will move on. And he doesn't. He wants to wait at least until Christmas Eve. So, yeah, he hides it. He hides that shit. Also, there was a previous scene also in the closet. And I remember one of the scenes that I liked in First Time Caller a lot was also in a closet.
You like closets?
Yeah, I think BK Borison also likes closets. I do like a closet scene. I was reading it and I was like, oh, another closet scene. Right before they actually go to the gala. Okay, because this whole time she's kind of like, oh, I'm an assignment to you. You're just haunting me, you know, blah, blah, blah. He sees her in the dress that he did pick out. Okay, she left it the first time, and then she decided to buy the dress that he liked and picked out for her. And so he comes over when she's getting ready to go to the gala. She opens the door, she's wearing the dress, and he's like, holy shit. She's just kind of like, oh, we don't have to do this. Like, we have to take a rain check because I'm going to the gala. Like, we have to go to the past later. And he's like, what are we doing? Like, you know, I'm not here just for that. I'll just read this whole paragraph. There's one line in it that I really, really liked, but the whole paragraph is good. She says, and what are we? And then he says, is there a word for what this is? Because if there is, I'm not familiar with it. I think about you all day long. I fall into a sleep I don't need, and I dream of you. Of your smile, and your laugh, and the way your mouth tastes, the sounds you make. I wake up wondering where you are, how you're feeling, and I hope you're thinking of me. You make me hope, Harriet. You make me want. I am haunted by you.
Yeah, that's some good soup.
He's the ghost doing the haunting, but he is haunted by her.
It is moments like that I'm just like, yeah, this is
heart out of my chest.
Yes. Yes.
BK Borison, that was a great line.
That was good.
10 out of 10 line. Oh, they're at the gala, right? And she, like, has to say hi to her mom or whatever. Another funny, really, really funny part, too. She's like, oh, like, it's fine. Like, I'm gonna go talk to my sister. You can wait at the bar. So he's, like, waiting at the bar, like, watching, right? But then she realizes he's, like, at the other end of the bar, like, when she's talking to her sister's like, you can't leave yet. We have to take family photos. She's trying to, like, reconcile with her sister, and her sister's not really having it. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna go. And her sister's like, you can't. We have family photos. And then her mom comes up. Okay. And her mom, like, literally grabs her wrist and is like, you have to stay for family photos. And Nolan is like, do not touch her.
Right.
Love that. But Nolan also tells us when she was talking to her sister, her mom came over to talk to Nolan, and Nolan told her her head looks like a potato.
That took me out.
I can't. He's saying, like, let's go home, and he says, you know, all is well, love, you ready to go home? And she says, love, home. The words sound like a wish I made upon a star. I want to curl my fingers around them and press them into my skin so that when he's gone and I'm alone, I can remember what it felt like to be adored, if only for a little bit. Reading the potato part.
The potato part, I have to read it.
Yeah.
Because it's just too funny.
Yeah.
On 305, she says, I settle for tangling our fingers... I settle for tangling our fingers together on my thigh. What else did you say to her? Nolan swallowed hard, so nervous. I might have told her that her head resembled a potato. A laugh burst out of me. You what? You have to admit she does vaguely resemble a root vegetable. What in the fuck?
That's such like a... He's such an old man. That's such a 1900 thing to say your head resembles a potato. Isn't he Irish? He really loves potatoes, huh?
Probably all he ate when he was sailing.
Maybe.
Get the carbs in.
Sad part. Stop laughing about the potatoes. Okay.
He doesn't want to go because he doesn't want closure.
Yeah.
To then move on. And Harriet is like, we have to do this because I want you to, like, rest in peace and, like, move on. And he's like, no. Like, he's, like, putting up a fight. We need to go into the past. We got to resolve this, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then...
Because she's kind of like, if I can't, like, have him, at least I want him to move on and, like, be happy.
Yes.
Instead of, like, being here in this, like, limbo of an existence.
But again, he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to stay with you.
Yeah.
And so he does put up a fight. And so she's like, let's just do it. And they do.
They go to the past. They end up in his memory. They're on his boat, okay? And at first they're like, we can't really tell, like, what this memory is, you know, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, the way the storm is rolling in and the church bells and stuff, Nolan realizes that it's the day that he died, okay? He's on his boat alone, and she is, like, kind of looking at past Nolan, like, worried for him, obviously. And then, like, present Nolan Ghost is, like, with her as well. Obviously, they're on the same boat that, like, Nolan dies on, basically. So it's not good, right? The boat starts rocking like crazy. He is trying to get Harriet to come to him, and I think she was just like a little bit farther away. She got thrown from one of the like waves. Past Nolan goes overboard. Harriet also gets thrown overboard.
This moment is so intense, bro.
Yeah,
so intense.
It's very intense. So she is like, she can't, when you're visiting the past, you don't, like, feel things. So she didn't feel, like, wetness from the rain, but she could feel the pressure of the rain on them and stuff. She's drowning. She's going in the water, but she's not really feeling it. But she can tell that, like, something is kind of wrong, right? So she's falling. Past Nolan has already fallen. And she's, like, falling through the water. And then she sees him drowning. Past Nolan. He's there in the water across from me. His arms are limp. He looks frozen and time peaceful. His eyes blink open, sluggish and slow. Yes, I think blearily. Here I am. You don't have to be alone anymore. I'm glad I can be here with him at the end, even if he won't know it. No one should be alone when they die. Not Nolan. He's been alone enough. And so she says, I reach for him across the expanse of open water, and he blinks lazily. His features soften. He lifts his hand as if to reach back, and we drift closer. Together, we twist farther and farther down, the ocean growing darker around us. We've come so far from the surface, but it's nice down here. Quiet, warm, I don't need to be afraid. And then she hears a voice saying, this isn't where you belong. Come back to me, swim, Harriet, fight. Basically, Nolan spears his magic into the water, present Nolan, to bring her back up from drowning. What were your thoughts for this scene?
I don't know. I was freaking out. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
First, I was like, Harriet, that is the sweetest thing. That you don't want him to die alone.
Yeah.
I was like, my heart is breaking.
Well, because at this point, she cares about him so much, and that's still him. And And so she knows, like, he's gonna die because this is how he dies, but he, like...
She was, like, willing to die with him, and I'm like, girl, that is so sad.
Yeah.
And then also, I was like, at that point, I was like, did Nolan see her?
Yeah. Because he says he remembers, like, impressions of the day that he died. He remembers colors.
Mm-hmm.
He remembers, like, he goes green and, like, gray or something. Mm-hmm. But he also remembers a pale, pale pink of something that, like, was important to him or something. Those are, like, the colors he remembers from his day. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I was like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, my God, yeah, like, when he, like, kind of reached for her, I was like, oh, my God, what is happening?
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait. Like, did he, like, was that just, like, a reflex, or, like, did he actually see her?
Yeah.
Because then that would be crazy.
And also, I was like, so at the point where she is going down, I was like, does she die? Is this how they end up together? Mm-hmm. Is it, like, she also becomes kind of like a ghost or something?
Yeah, I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, at all. I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I also am like, I don't know how they're going to be together. Like, how is this going to work? Mm-hmm. Like, what are the logistics here of this working? And so I was like, maybe she does actually die. Oh, my God, that was just like, she's going up, like, she's drifting away, further away from him, and she just says he sinks farther, his eyes are closed now. I don't want him to go, I don't want to watch him disappear. He pulls her out, they're back in her house, and he's like, President Nolan is like trying to warm Harriet. Nolan... He's kind of like remembering. He says, my brow furrows and I twitched my head to the side, remembering. Not when I yanked her from the ocean, but before. Cold water, a splitting pain across my forehead, pressure against my chest, and a burning across my nose. Everything blurry and dark, and then light. Her hand reaching for mine. I thought she was an angel. My eyes snap open. I saw you, I murmur. And then she says, And he says, beneath the water, I saw you. And she says, oh yeah, you did. I didn't see you, but I could feel your magic. Thank you for coming to get me. He says, no, Harriet, I saw you. I remember you. I remember when I was drowning. I saw you beneath the water. You reached for me. You tried to grab my hand. And she's like, no, you mean when you pulled me out? And he says, no, it's my memory from before. It's hazy, but I remember you, Harriet. You. I remember your coat. Robin's egg blue. Sea glass green, pale, pale pink. Pink, the pink of her coat. Harriet, it was you. I was dying and I saw you. And then he says, maybe I was always supposed to find you. Maybe, my heart adds, you were always supposed to be mine.
The connection.
Yeah.
I cannot. I can't.
Yeah.
Can't.
Yeah.
He saw her when he was dying.
Uh-huh. And that's not how that was supposed to happen.
No.
That's not how any of this happens. That's not how anything works. They are, like, the deadline is coming up. Okay? And they're kind of realizing, like, they do love each other.
I actually wrote this as, like, one of my favorite lines of the whole entire book.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Harriet.
Yeah.
Because so it's funny because this line also connects to something that happens in the beginning of the book. She realized like she's in love with him.
Yeah.
And she says, of course I had to fall in love with a ghost. I've always loved the broken and forgotten things best. That line hit me square in the chest.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
You're going to kill me.
Yeah.
Because this is like, it encompasses everything.
Yeah.
Literally. Because at the beginning, a customer was like, oh, there's like a chip or crack.
In the music box.
And she's like, no, it's fine. Like, it's just like a crack. It's not broken.
Yeah.
And the customer's like, no, it's broken.
Yeah. She's like, I want to return it.
And she's like, it's not broken, though. And then later on, when the customer leaves, she's like, I just love broken things. And I'm like,
yeah. And of course, the woman that loves broken and forgotten things would fall in love with the ghost of Christmas Past.
Yep. I can't. She finds the compass.
She gives it to him.
Yeah.
As a gift.
And I was like, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think at this point, she's just trying to pretend like nothing bad is going to happen, right? And he is like, she's trying to get me to move on so much, but I don't want to go. So that's kind of like where we're at. Okay, they decide to have like a Christmas 3 days before Christmas, and they're deciding to exchange gifts.
Mm-hmm. And the gift is the compass that he hid from her.
And she found it.
And she found it. So then Nolan is holding it, and he says, it points to you. It points right at you. And she goes, oh, that can't be. He goes, this compass is mine. You were right about everything. You were right. You are the key to moving me forward, just as you thought, you and your little shop. And she says, my face crumbles. I'm so glad. I say, my voice breaking. He says, don't cry. And she's like, I'm not. And she's just crying.
Yeah.
And she says, I'm so happy I could give this to you. Best Christmas present ever. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, it would have been if I hadn't found it first.
Yeah.
And so,
he says that he hides it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when she finds it, she's like, oh, it has to be that one, because he said the compass was broken, and it only ever pointed in one direction. And when she was holding it, it was pointing at her. Like, she's like, oh, yeah, this is a broken one. It only points in one direction. And then he's holding it, and he realizes. She says, I think that it was only pointing at, or it only ever points in one direction. And then, yeah, he's holding it, and then he finally realizes that's what it points at. That's his true north.
Mm-hmm. This is like leading up to the goodbye, and
okay,
they literally can't. They literally cannot say goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, I don't want to. I don't know how to say goodbye.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This moment.
We also get a call back. Yeah, they don't want to say goodbye, right? And so he's like, so then, like, what do I say?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he says, I'll see you tomorrow. Which is like what he said when he left the first time. She says there's a shower of gold sparks, a pained whisper of my name, until I'm sitting on the floor in front of my fireplace by myself. I keep my eyes closed and bring my knees to my chest. Don't forget, I say to the empty room, burying my forehead against my knees. I trace his name against the fabric of my pajamas. I chant it over and over. Nolan, Nolan. You love him, and I think he could have loved you too. With a little more time, I think he could have loved you forever. Don't forget, I say again. Please, please don't forget. How dare you?
BK Borison and I need to square up for real.
I need to send you my therapy bill. And also, I would like a pallet of tissues delivered to my house.
Because the way that this was so disrespectful, I stopped for a good moment.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna fucking...
Yeah.
Are you crying right now?
No. No, not at all.
No, and then what hit me
hard...
The
desperation!
And then what hit me hard...
Mm-hmm.
Is the next chapter, the whole chapter.
Yeah.
I wanted to highlight the whole chapter.
But I see you just highlighted chapter 36. I know.
Because the way this ripped my heart out even more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, absolutely not. I'm going to read it.
Yeah.
And this is Harriet's POV. It says, I wake up in the middle of my bed with swollen eyes and a scratchy throat, and I stare at my ceiling. Nolan, I think, and my eyes shut in relief. His name is Nolan. I didn't forget. I think of the way his hair curls at his collar, the way his laugh feels pressed against my back, his arm slung heavy over my hip. A tear escapes the corner of my eye. Remember, a coaxing voice in the back of my mind whispers. Remember and wait. I pull myself out of bed and shuffle down the stairs. I pick up the discarded compass from the floor and set it on the mantel. Then I make a cup of coffee and I wait. I sit by the window, I watch the water, and I wait. I watch the sun move through the sky, and I wait. I watch the stars wink to life, and I wait. I fall into an uneasy sleep on my couch. In my dreams, I wait. Nolan doesn't come, but I wait. Tomorrow comes and goes, so does the next day. I place a candle in the window, and I remember, and I wait. This broke my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I get choked up every single time.
Yeah.
This, like, just, it took me out, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing.
I think and previously he mentioned that his mother would, like, light candles in the windows for the sailors to find their way back home. And so she's waiting. Candle. Yeah.
She's waiting for her sailor to return home.
Also, on the previous one where she's, like, literally scratching his name into her pajamas as a way to be like, I'll wake up and I'll see his name there so I won't forget his name.
Nah. I can't.
Yeah. And the compass eventually disappears.
Yeah.
So then all she has is, like, the wrapping paper that she wrapped it in.
Oh, I can't.
And then people are kind of like, hey, like, what's wrong with Harriet? What's going on here? And we don't have anything from Nolan. Like, there's no POV, no nothing.
Nothing. So I'm like, what is happening with him right now?
Yeah.
But yeah, Harriet is just trying to get through the days passing, but, like...
And she's like, I'm gonna have to move on. Yeah. Like, I don't know. And then we do finally get Nolan's chapter, like 3 or 4 chapters later. Basically, he's been in this room what feels like for weeks. But he does remember, like, he's not supposed to remember the passing of time really like that. He says, I was sent to haunt Harriet, but she ended up haunting me. And he's trying to leave. Isabella's in the room with him. And she's like, just be patient. Can you behave yourself? You know, yada, yada, yada. Finally, someone knocks at the door. The door opens. And something darts into the room. And he says, why is my cat here? It says, she's not your cat, a familiar voice says, laughing. My attention snaps to the woman standing next to Isabella, a soft smile on her face and her arms crossed over her chest. Her eyebrows fly up when her eyes meet and hold, a slow smile curving across her familiar mouth. You recognize me? She asks. I nod. Harry's aunt Matilda is standing in front of me, in a colorful sweater and wide sleeves, her hair the same curly disarray as Harriet's. It sends a pang of longing so ferocious through the middle of my chest, it's a wonder I don't fall out of the chair. Good, she claps her hands together. I've been wanting to talk to you.
I was so shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, Aunt Matilda! What? And I was like, this is so...
Yeah.
I was speechless. I was just like...
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I didn't either. I didn't think she would come into the picture at all. So I was like, the one person that actually showed Harriet that she was enough and loved her.
Yeah.
To talk to Nolan.
Yeah.
I couldn't. It was just back to back to back to back of, like, emotional heaviness for like everything. How's
my girl? And he says, I lean forward in my seat, my elbows resting on my knees. She's a mess, I answer, voice breaking. Color everywhere, a laugh that's just a shade too loud, painfully addicted to candy canes. I pause, as lovely on the inside as she is on the outside.
He is like, have you ever, like, visited her? And, like, Aunt Matilda's like, well, there's complications there, like, you know,
it's like too soon basically.
Yeah,
it turns out the cat is Matilda's.
not Harriet's, not Nolan's.
Not Nolan's. No one's.
Literally Matilda.
Yep. She said, I found my ways to keep tabs. She kept Harriet company when I couldn't. I didn't want my girl to be alone. And now he's like, am I going to the next place? And now, like, this part was so funny. They're like, are you dumb? Like, oh, he is a little dumb. He's a little stupid, actually.
No, he's dumb.
I was like, get to the point!
Yeah, I was like, what are we doing here? Because am I stupid with Nolan? Because at this point, I was like, all right. So
because Isabella was like, oh, this is going to have bad consequences for both of you. Like, Isabella, what the hell, girl?
I was like, homegirl over here playing matchmaker. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I know.
Because she was very, like, stern and, like, being sought out as, like she doesn't fuck around at all. And so for her to turn out to be a matchmaker. Yeah. I was like, hello? Yeah. But obviously Aunt Matilda has something to do with it. I think she, like, freaking bribed her or something. What was it? She owed her something? I don't know. Anyways.
I don't remember.
So, yeah, me either. Okay. I can't find it. Isabella and Matilda are just staring at him like... Yeah. Okay, dude. Hello? Yeah. And Matilda's like, the compass was never your unfinished business. Harriet was. And so the moment when he was dying and saw, like, that hazy pink and that angel, he couldn't, like, let that go.
Yeah. And she says, you've been waiting, Nolan. You've been waiting for Harriet to exist in the same time as her. Your souls were together in the beginning, and so they shall be in the end.
Mm-hmm. I was like, this was all, there was a reason for all of it.
Yeah, and they say it's very, like, rare. He is like, I've lived lifetimes, waited without reason or warning. I've been miserable, and you call me lucky? And Isabel fixes him with an impenetrable look. And now that you know, how many lifetimes more would you wait for your Harriet? And then he says, as many as it took, I answer, however long. This idea that she basically, B.K. Borison basically took the idea of, like, what if my soulmate exists in a different time?
Mm-hmm.
And put it in here, too.
Yep.
And I was not expecting that.
No.
At all.
No.
But, yeah, I guess, like, basically they're soulmates, but he was just born in a different time. Mm-hmm. So he gets to stay in limbo until Harriet is, like, basically ready for their souls to come back together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he kind of gets upset a little bit. He's like, how can you just, like, whatever. And
yeah.
Isabella was like, well, I can't do much or say much without getting in trouble. And she says, I told you as much as I could, anything more, and I would have faced consequences of my own. Your trips to the past were meant to speed the process along. Don't you see the boat when she was a child, how you kept singing the Christmas songs she loves best before you knew her? She even made the same jam that your mother used to serve you as a boy. She's been waiting for you her entire life, and you've been searching for her just as long. It's just back.
I can't.
To back.
I can't.
To back.
I can't. I can't. I can't.
I'm sorry, what did you just say, Isabella?
Yeah.
The Christmas songs that he would hum and sing.
Like when he was a sailor.
The fucking jam?
The jam. The jam that she had, like, a chef. Her mom, like, hired a chef to come make for her because she didn't want to do it herself. They go back to visit that memory. She tries to steal the jam.
And it explodes
all over them.
And it explodes
on the way back. Yeah. And she's like, damn, that jam was really good, though. And that was the jam that his mom used to make him?
I'm sorry, what?
I was not well after reading this.
Literally?
Not well.
He's a sailor, and she stole
a boat.
A boat.
From the little display. Isabella was like, could I have not made this more obvious? Come on.
Like, everything had a little something. Like, a connection.
Yes. It was all these things, right, that, like, connected them together they didn't even know about. Including, he says, I think of the memory where Harriet was on her couch, her chin resting on her crossed arms, staring out over the water. Another where I was sitting on the table in my home, doing the same. Both of us alone. So they were literally just, like, waiting for each other. I can't. This is so good. Matilda says you're here because now you need to make a choice, and it better be the right one.
Of course it's the right one.
Yes, of course it's the right one. Yeah, and then Harriet is just at home. We have Daryl, the mailman, coming by late at night to deliver her package. She's like, God damn it, Daryl. And then she's like, okay, thank you. Another knock on the door. Okay. And she's like, oh, Daryl, I swear to God. Except it's not Daryl. Strong jaw, broad body, his hands held loose at his sides. He steps closer, and the light from where the tree I still haven't taken down hits his face. His hair is dark, lightly curled, windswept, and messy. Nolan smiles at me from my front porch, a little unsure. Hello, Harriet. I drop the box. He swallows, looking nervous. His hand pushes through his hair in a move so achingly familiar I could cry. You might not remember, but we've met before. I don't wait for him to finish a sentence. I launch myself at him, my arms around his neck, my knees hugging at his hips. I remember, I say, my voice too high. Of course I remember. Fuck, he whispers. Harriet, God, Harriet, I've missed you. When he said, you might not remember, but we've met before.
I wanted to cry.
I was crying at that point. I was crying.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's like, he knows there's a chance that she might not remember him, but he's still willing to, like, just basically do it all again anyway.
Yeah.
I just, like, the fact that there's a chance that she would have not remembered him.
It would have been bad.
Yeah. And he was just willing to, like...
do it all over again.
Do it anyway. Oh. Yeah, I was crying. I was not okay. I was not okay last night at 1 a.m. Okay, I was not fine.
At 1 a.m.
Yeah.
He kept saying, like, I'm here. And she's like, I don't understand. And he goes, I was given a choice, 2 doors to walk through. One would move me forward to a place of rest and peace, and the other. He pauses. She says, the other? And he goes, and the other would return me to the woman I love. And she goes, I don't understand. And he says, I don't think we need to understand. He rocks us back and forth. It was you, Harriet. You are the one I've been waiting for. You were never supposed to move me forward. You were supposed to hold me here, keep me tethered. He presses his forehead to mine. It was always supposed to be you. And then she's like, could you kiss me? And so they kiss.
And then he leans forward, so the words are whispered against my mouth. I'll see you tomorrow, Harriet. And then he says, I'll see you tomorrow after that, and the one after that, and the one after that. I'll be with you for every tomorrow you allow, and I suspect a time after that too. And she says, are you sure? And he nods. The unfinished business I have is with you. Harriet York, you better get used to having me around. I sniffle, haunting me? No, he smiles, loving you. And that, folks, is the last line of the book that broke my heart and put it back together and kind of broke it again.
Good spirits.
Good spirits, I think it was. What a resounding endorsement.
Bro.
All jokes aside, this was
phenomenal.
Loved it.
It was so good.
I loved it. I am so happy that I read it physically because I still get to listen to the audio whenever I want for the first time.
It is so good.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I love it.
Yeah. Is the guy narrator Irish?
But yes, he has an accent.
Yeah.
And she does an accent when he talks in
okay.
her POV.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does have an accent.
Did you read the acknowledgments or listen to the acknowledgments at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she does say that she was working on this right after she wrote Love Light Farms. This idea came to her. And, like, finally now she's been able to write it. She like, thanks people and everything. And then she says at the very last line, I hope you come back for another visit to the Department of Hauntings and Spirits. I heard a rumor there's a Reaper on the loose.
Get in!
Get in! Yeah.
Get in. It was so good.
This is 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, it's 10 out of 10. Top tier.
Yeah, I think this is, like, one of my favorite books. Yeah.
Chokes me up.
Oh, you know, I love emotional.
Literally cried.
I literally cried.
We love broken people, shattered people, lost souls, aimless directions. Yeah. But they find each other because that's the direction leading to
them. They find each other because they were always meant to be together.
Yes. Oh, little things here and there.
I can't even.
Across lifetimes, man.
Yeah.
Across lifetimes.
Can't. I have a question.
She was even born.
Yeah.
She was even born.
Yeah, that's insane. I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
Do you think Harriet's mom ever comes around? Do you think she ever stops being a bitch?
In my heart of hearts, I like to hope. And I do want to say maybe it takes her longer because Samantha does come back around.
Yeah, Samantha does show up to talk to her.
And maybe over time, Samantha's, like, still seeing her sister. Maybe her mom does, like, eventually.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would be immediate.
Yeah.
Because she's so stuck in her ways.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like to hope for the best.
Yeah.
But, I mean, some people don't change.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I feel like she's been this way since Harriet was a child. So it's like, I don't know if she can change.
It was like 30 years? How old is she? 30 something?
Well, he is old.
Well, obviously we know that.
But I think she's like, around her 30s. I think she says something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like some people don't change.
Yeah.
But again, hoping for the best.
Hopefully. The other thing is, I was going to say, like, do you think Harriet Nolan will make an appearance in the second book?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping maybe we kind of get an idea of how this is, like, supposed to work.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you think BK Borison. I don't know, man. Do you think, and I could be wrong, okay, that it's Sasha? Do you think
her
that
coworker.
the character...
Oh, with Gideon?
For the next book,
the second book? Oh.
I could be wrong. I could be completely
maybe.
wrong. But I feel like she was pretty funny as, like...
She was. I didn't even think about that. So Gideon and Sasha?
Because she's friends with Sasha. Like, Sasha is, like... I won't be alone. I have Sasha and Oliver. Sasha's pretty close to her. But I wasn't sure because we didn't get too much of her. And when we did, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, like, she let her, like, deal with the bad customer or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. Do you think she has it?
I want to know if it says.
Because I was like...
Well, and then I was like, is it Isabella?
It could be.
Yeah, maybe it is Sasha.
Because we don't get a lot of Sasha. But when we do, it's pretty funny. And she's pretty close to Sasha.
The grim tidings.
That's fucking cute.
I know she did post something about, like, a reluctant Grim Reaper or something like that. So, but yeah, I can't remember if it said who the girl was. Or the main love interest. But
I
yeah,
mean,
maybe.
Again, could be Sasha, but it could
they're
also
in the
be...
same circles.
It could also be Samantha. Her sister. Because her sister has been dealing with, like, she's in therapy and... She's trying to deal with her mom.
Yeah.
And dad.
That would be interesting.
And her relationship.
Yeah.
Because she did mention it or whatever.
Yeah.
So
that
I'm like...
would also be interesting.
Who is it?
Yeah. I don't know. I want it now, though. Probably have to wait a whole year. I'm assuming if the next one's also, like, holiday related, I'm assuming it's also going to come out around holiday.
I mean, if it's a Grim Reaper, it might be, like,
Halloween.
Close to Halloween.
Maybe.
Yeah, it could be Sasha. It could be,
yeah.
Samantha.
Do you think he's just human now and they're going to age at the same pace, the same time, the same way?
Yeah.
You think that's what it is?
Aging the same way?
Yeah, or is he still, like, does he still have ghost magic?
No, I think he's mortal now.
You think he's just mortal?
Yeah.
So now they're aging forward from the point that he stopped and she is aging forward normally. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. I do hope we get more of them. There was no epilogue. I wonder if there's any bonus content either on her website or something. I would like a little epilogue.
We do have an epilogue.
Yeah?
Yes, we do have an epilogue. It's on your phone.
Oh, it is. Oh, I didn't read it yet.
I didn't read it either.
Okay. I'm so excited.
We didn't read it.
I just want to see maybe
It's 9 months later.
Yeah, I deleted the whole thread.
Do you think it says...
So I don't think...
Do you think it says...
Is it wedding?
Well, it could be wedding or it could be pregnancy, but do you also think that it could mention who the next person is?
Oh, maybe. Oh, it's just like a spicy scene.
What? Wait.
You know what I am? Hang on.
Huh? I'm not here for you. And I'm not here for her either. Who are you here for? For me, Shiva. This time
it's
I'm
a
here
woman Grim Reaper.
Wait, it's a woman.
It's a woman Grim Reaper.
They call her Death. So it's a woman Grim Reaper. It's not Gideon.
Maybe it's Gideon and her.
Oh.
Maybe it's two Grim Reapers. I don't know. This changed everything.
Oh my god.
So they say, as the oldest, some say he's Death himself. But that was just a woman, and they said that was Death. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's Gideon and this mysterious Death woman. Two Grim Reapers.
And the plot thickens.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or is it Sapphic, and it is for her sister or for...
Sasha?
Yeah.
If she does like a Sapphic moment, I would...
Okay, but why
I'd be here.
Yeah, but why did we get Gideon's whole little... Why was there a whole snippet of Gideon?
Why did they emphasize it?
Yeah.
Because why would you even mention the Grim Reaper's name? You know, why
and
give
then
him
talk
a
about
name?
him. Yeah, talk about how he was missing for 300 years. Maybe it's like second chance romance.
Oh my god, I'm fucking spiraling right now.
Me too. We shouldn't have looked at that.
Shit. That was part of the Target exclusive content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our friend got that one, so we were able to look at it.
What does this mean?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Wasn't there a Walmart exclusive? You think there's an extra thing?
Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna have to do some research.
Maybe she'll sometimes they put like all the exclusive content on the website like after a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
so I'm assuming she'll probably do that, or maybe it's already on there. But yeah, we could probably find it. But yeah, Okay. Next book, maybe about Gideon, probably not, if it's about this woman that's deaf instead.
So many possibilities.
I know. I'm like fully invested in this world though. I like how they have like the whole department of all these like ghosts and everything and like magical beings. I absolutely loved it so much. Such a unique story. I don't think I've read anything like it. The soulmate aspect, the ghost Christmas aspect, like that's crazy. Props to you, BK Borison.
Yeah, so good.
Yes. Thank you for writing one of my top tier books because I don't even care that it's Christmas. It's still a top tier book.
It's just so good.
Yeah.
You know, nostalgia, feel good.
Yeah.
Emotional.
Yeah.
Deep.
Yeah.
And it's Christmas.
Yeah. So we recommend it.
Obviously.
If you couldn't tell.
It is so good. Don't really read holiday romances, but
yeah.
Again, this isn't too holiday-y.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm excited to read her next book in the series.
Yes.
So
yeah, and she has a Now Back to You coming out in February as well. So I'm excited for that one too. And I think I am going to start Love Light Farms this year because the first one is like Christmassy. So yeah, I think I'm going to start that one because I love her writing.
Yeah, her writing is good.
Yeah, her writing is amazing. So if you also read this, let us know like what you think down below. Who's book 2 going to be on? If you have any theories, let us know.
Yes.
But yes, thank you for staying with us through this. It's a little chaotic because I was so excited.
Yeah, we were jumping around a bit.
Yeah, I couldn't help it. Okay,
yeah.
I just love this book so much. I had to say everything I wanted to say about it.
A lot of good things.
But thank you for staying with us, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.